We have a bishop and the pawn, and probably white is going to win this game because it's our turn, and we can take this pawn in three possible ways, and probably we can do some other moves too. Now, black has dangerous threats to take either our pawn or our bishop. Either of them is enough for a draw. Let's say we play an irrelevant move. If you choose some move like this, that would be a big mistake because black can simply capture our last pawn. After we take it, this material is not enough to win the game. We can never checkmate opponent's king with only one bishop. So that would be wrong. So if you try to, let's say, escape with this pawn, then you will lose your bishop. After we capture, we have one pawn against the king, but this is a very simple draw. It's enough for black king to remain in the corner and he can never lose the game. He can just, let's say, wait in this corner square and he's definitely going to make a draw. Let's see what happens if white tries to get closer and then push the pawn. Finally we reach this position and there's not much white can do. If he waits, black can just wait as well, and white can try to push the pawn hoping for a mistake like this when we would queen our pawn, but of course black will just remain in the corner and then white can only wait as well, but now we have a stalemate position. Black doesn't have any moves, so A and H pawns, they cannot win the game if black king is in the corner. So these moves are bad, so we have to take the pawn. Now we have three options and only one of them is winning. If you decided to take with the king, that's a big mistake. Black can simply wait in the corner like these four squares and you can never win the game. That's amazing. You have a bishop and a pawn, and if you manage to get another piece, queen for example, that will be perfect and you would win the game. But the problem is, and this is something that you probably need to remember, if you have a dark square bishop and the promotion square is light, then you cannot win the game. The game is still a draw. Let's just try to make the moves and see what happens. Black is simply waiting in the corner. He makes any move and then on the next move he just returns to the corner and there's nothing we can do. Let's say some well, this move is going to create a stalemate position, and if you push the pawn at any point, black just remains in the corner. Right now with king here it's a stalemate. We step back, black can just wait on b7. There's nothing we can do really. Black simply waits on these two squares. We cannot kick the king out from this light square, and finally we might just approach and make a stalemate. That's a draw. So capturing this pawn with the king is wrong, and nothing changes if we take with the bishop. If we take this pawn with the bishop, black will simply wait in the corner. We can do nothing else other than push this pawn, which will finally lead to similar stalemate position. As long as black stays here, he will never lose. Of course, it's important to notice that if white would have a light square bishop, then he would easily win the game. So this is the case of wrong bishop, and the only winning move for white in this position is to actually capture with the pawn. Now we have the b pawn, which is of course a great pawn, and we are always going to win. There is nothing black can do. We'll simply push the pawn down the board. Now without this bishop the position would be a draw actually with white to move, but when we have the bishop we can just choose if we want to checkmate black king in a few moves using our bishop, or we can simply make even one waiting move. Black is forced to move from b8 and then we will have a new queen and checkmate rather quickly. Unless we queen here, which would be a terrible mistake because this position is a stalemate. But making, let's say, even promoting to a rook is leading to a quick checkmate. Okay, so that was a pretty easy position. White simply we need to capture the pawn, and we need to avoid the position where we have so-called wrong bishop when this square is light and we have dark square bishop. The side pawn, a pawn or h pawn, they cannot win the game, which is amazing.